Hi guys, this is David again. I'm going to make this quick video to answer some questions, or actually, well, I should say answer one question that some of you guys have had, and in fact multiple subscribers that I've has had this question or made this type of comment. And the question or comment was, why don't I go ahead and get a storage type rack or whatever to put onto the back of my van and put the propane tank on the back of my van? Well, I don't know if you guys have necessarily watched all my videos or how many videos of my channel that you have watched, but the thing is, I have to be in stealth mode. You know, I don't have right now a permanent place to park my van. And I know, I understand some of you guys are new subscribers and everything, so, I understand why you guys wouldn't necessarily know what's going on, but yeah, I'm just, making this video so you guys can try to understand that I have to still be in stealth mode. When I park at night, every time I park at night, I have to be in stealth mode. So, of course, if you got a propane tank on the back of your van, some type of rack or whatever, then that blows stealth mode away. I mean, there's no more such thing as being in stealth mode, because obviously people know that somebody's going to be in here. They know what's going on. And when you have a propane tank on the back of your van, because it's common sense. Like when you got a propane tank on a travel trailer, or if you got one that's on a truck camper or RV or anything like that, I mean, it's obvious, it's as obvious as it gets that somebody is staying in that vehicle. So that's the main reason why I'm not doing that right now. Plus the fact too that I could pay for a permanent place to park right now, and like I've talked about in the past too, I did find one that is $50 as far as per month to be able to park, which actually is a pretty good rate. But the thing is that the area that is at right now, and from still driving to work every single day too, well, not every day, but the days that I do drive to work anyways, it would cost a lot in gas to be able to do that. And with my van being a V8 and it's not in good condition either, then it costs a lot in gas to be able to drive my van around. And in fact, I've talked about this in the past too, even right now as it is, and even though I stay pretty close to where I work at, I still on average per week spend about $30 a week on gas or more. And that's also not including antifreeze, because it also has a leak as far as on my antifreeze as well too. So really I'm spending about $40 on average per week on my van as far as being just be able to get around. So until I can get myself some money saved up and get myself a car, and then that way at that point I can go ahead and park my van permanent in a place for like $50 a month or whatever the case is, then at that point I can go ahead and try to see about getting a rack and putting the propane tank on the back of the rack and so forth. I could try to check that option out at that time. But for right now, this is what I have to do. I just when you're working part-time like I am, and you only got so much money coming in, then you got to work with what you have. And so for right now, this is what I got to do, just to be able to survive and to be able to still get around and do things I want to do. Because I for sure got to have a 20-pound tank this time around, because those 1-pound tanks, they will eat your money up real quick, because they cost about $3 or more, sometimes $3.50 at some places, for each one of those tanks. So that adds up real quick, and especially the fact that you can use one of those tanks in one night real easily. Though it's real easy to use one of those in one night. So for right now, guys, I mean, that right there, that's what I got to do. I got my chair over it too, and that does also help hide it, so that way if somebody is peeking in the window, they won't necessarily see it unless they're trying to look real good into the window and stuff. And at that point, they need to just move on their way, because that means they're being too nosy for sure. But then plus too, it also helps as far as hiding it from the sun, so that way if the sun does come out pretty bright one time, it starts to shine out through this area, then it helps to hide it from the sun as well too. Plus, being kind of like under that dashboard as well, the sun would have to be directly overhead anyways, because it's not going to necessarily shine through unless it's like directly overhead, and even then it's still going to hardly get through, even as it is, how it's set underneath that dashboard a little bit. So with that chair being over it, that kind of hides it and from the sun and hides it from the people as well too, though. So yeah, guys, for right now, this is what I got to do, because like I said, only working part-time and only having so much money coming in, then there's only so much I can do, though. So that's it for now, guys. If you do have any other questions, let me go ahead and let me know, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. But do also keep in mind too, though, guys, that if you do watch my previous videos, there's a good chance that you will probably get some of your answers to some of your questions. I don't mind necessarily answering some questions, but when I get some of the same questions over and over again, it does get to be a little bit monotonous trying to reply to every single person. So that's another reason too why I went ahead and made this video this time around, to try to answer that question for you guys. That way, if anybody else in the future has that type of same question, it'll answer it for you. But I just ask too that you guys do try to watch my previous videos, because a lot of these things that I do talk about, I talk about it as I go along. I don't necessarily talk about it a whole bunch of times, but in other words, if you do watch my videos, you're going to have a lot of answers to a lot of questions that you have, though, for sure, though. But yep, that's it, guys. Anything else that you have a question on, let me know. Like I said, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.